special objects in it. So I'm going to take out the special objects one by one, and I want you to be thinking in your brain what all the objects have to do with each other. So the first object I'm going to take out is this. Can anybody tell me what this is?
A flag.
A flag, and what kind of flag is it?
The American.
The American flag. Where have you seen the American flag before?
When we do the pledge.
When you do the pledge. Where else have you seen the American flag?
In front of the school.
In front of the school. That's a good one. What about any holidays? Are there holidays that you see the American flag a lot?
4th of July.
4th of July. You see the flag a lot on 4th of July when we're celebrating our country. So the second object I have, you might have seen before because maybe you play with them or maybe your little brother plays with them. Can anybody tell me what these are?
G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe. Soldiers, like military men. And what do soldiers do?
Fight for our country.
Fight for our country. They fight to protect their country. Many of you might not know this, but think about somebody who could be in charge of these men that fight for our country.
The president.
The president. Good job. The third object is a picture. Can anybody tell me what this is a picture of?
Andrea.
Oh, the White House. And who, does anybody know who lives in the White House?
President.
The president. Okay, the last object is a dollar bill. Can anybody tell me who is on the dollar bill? George Washington. And who is George Washington? The first president. So now that we saw all of the objects, what are something that they all have in common? Who?
The president.
The president. Good job, Marissa.
Thank you.
Do you know who the president right now is?
Obama.
Obama. Yeah, and Abby saw a picture of Obama on our poster. What are some jobs that the president does? Everything.
He makes the laws.
He makes the laws. Good job, Christina. So now we're going to read a book.
And it's called My Teacher for President. Do you guys think Rachel or I, Miss Stanger, ought to be a president?
Yeah.
Yeah? Why? Why do you think that?
Because you're so pretty.
Do you think maybe we might be good leaders? Do you think the president has to be a good leader or should be?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to read this book, and it's called My Teacher for President by Kay Winters. Dear Channel 39, I saw on TV that elections are coming. At school, we have been learning about the president's job. Have you guys been learning about the president's job?
Yeah.
My teacher would be just right. Let me know what you think. My teacher loves White Houses. And who lives in the White House, guys?
The
president. She's used to being followed everywhere. When my teacher walks into a room, people pay attention. Or you should. My teacher goes to lots of meetings. And she's always signing important papers. My teacher acts quickly when there's an emergency. And she says healthcare is very important. My teacher likes to go on trips. She deals with the media all day. My teacher would be good for the country. She wants to keep the earth. She wants to clean up the earth. Is that a good characteristic of a leader, guys? Do you think that's what makes a leader good?
Yeah.
Wanting to better the world?
Yes.
She finds jobs for people. She is a good listener. She believes in peace. My teacher would make a great president. Love, Oliver. P.S. Just make sure she doesn't leave before the end of the year. Did you guys like the story?
Yes.
So what are some jobs that teachers have? Me and Miss Fang. Can you raise your hand and tell us? What are some things we do?
Keep peace.
Keep peace, so keep people from fighting maybe, Marissa?
Listeners, good listeners.
Good listeners, we're good listeners. What else did you see in the story that their teacher did? Kaylee?
You help us when we get hurt.
Yes, okay, so those are all good characteristics of a leader, yes guys?
Yes.
Okay, and so,
Well, we would pull up a little like listen and read and listen, I think it's called, and it just went over some of the vocabulary, but we don't have time for that, so we'll just move on. So now that we looked at some of the things the presidents do and some of the things teachers do, we're gonna have students come up and put where they think. Okay, where they think some of these jobs go. If it's for the teacher, a job that the teacher does, a job that the president does, or something that they both do. So, okay, so first, Marissa, can you come up and stick this where you think, it goes, lives in the White House. President.
President.
Now we're going to practice voting like you learned earlier this week. So stand up if you agree with Marissa.
Sit down if you do not agree. Oh, so everybody knows that the president lives in the White House.
Awesome job. You can sit back down. What about, Christina, can you
Kids
come up
love the up and down.
and put where you think a leader goes? Do you think the president is the leader? Do you think a teacher is a leader? Or do you think they're both leaders? Good job.
Are you voting?
We're gonna vote. How about we'll vote at the end. Okay. Kaylee, can you come up and read this and put this where you think it goes?
Attends meetings.
So do you think the president attends meetings? Oh yeah, both attends
Both of
meetings.
us
Good
attend
job. How about Emily, can you come up and put leads the country?
Emily said that the president leads the country.
Okay, how about Sydney, can you come up and read this one? Where do you think this one goes?
Chief of Armed Forces.
Do you think a teacher is the chief of armed forces? Or the president? Good job. Okay, how about Molly, can you come up and do this one? What does this say? Read it for the class.
Leads the classroom.
Leads a classroom, so good job. A teacher leads a classroom. Meg, can you come up and put this one?
Grades homework. A teacher.
Okay, how about Andrea, can you come and read this and put it on?
Help students learn.
Help students learn. Good job. Okay, we only have a couple left. How about Abby, can you come and read this and put this one on the board?
In charge of a group of people.
So do you think the president? Yep, you think both. Okay, now I have 3 blank ones. Can we come up with another job that the president does? What's another job that the president does?
That's not already on there. We have lives in the White House, leads the country, and is chief of the armed forces, which is the military.
Christina?
Makes the laws.
He makes laws. Good job. Okay.
He enforces the laws.
What about something that a teacher does that's not up there? We have leads a classroom, grades homework, and helps students learn.
Remember back in the book, what did we learn about in the book that teachers do? Kristen?
Takes care of you if you're sick.
Takes care of you if you're sick. What about something that they both do? What's one more thing that both a teacher and a president does?
So we have that they're both leaders, they both attend meetings, and They both are in charge of a group of people.
They
Oh.
do, they both sign important forms.
Do you know what kind of forms the president signs? Well, in our vocab lesson, we learned about how the president signs important documents to make law, or to choose whether a law is gonna be a law or not.
Okay, so now, for president, we have, he lives in the White House, he leads the country, he's the chief of armed forces, and he makes laws. Stand up if you agree with those for president. Good job, everybody agrees. Okay, stay standing if you think teachers lead a classroom, grades homework, helps student learn, and takes care of sick kids. Stay standing if you agree. Good job, you guys. And for both, they're both leaders, they both attend meetings, they're both in charge of a group of people, and they both sign important forms or documents. Stay standing if you agree with that. Awesome job.
Good job,
So now we would go to small groups and we would just say, when we're transitioning to small groups, think of a way you can be a leader later today on the playground. Okay, good job.